everyone, it's Jordan Robertson with Benzinga, and joining me today is Dan Brdar, CEO of Ideal Power. How are you today, Dan?
I'm great, Jordan. Thanks for having me on.
Of course. Can you give us an overview of Ideal Power?
Sure. What Ideal Power is a company that focuses on sort of state-of-the-art semiconductor devices that can be used for a whole wide variety of applications, really focusing on power control and power switching. And we've come up with a technology that enables us to do things more efficiently than you can do with conventional semiconductor technology.
Amazing. And can you explain what a bidirectional power switch is and why is it important?
Sure. Semiconductors are used for fast switching of energy, and they work a lot like your light switch. There's an on and an off position for them. What's really important is there's an increasing need for bidirectional applications because of the fact that batteries are now coming into a lot of applications. You're seeing batteries in obviously electric vehicles. You're seeing them coupled with solar to make your solar power available even when the grid is out. And typically, when you make a bidirectional switch with semiconductors, it takes four devices. It takes two pairs of IGBTs and diodes. And what our technology can do is perform the functionality of those four devices in just one. So as a result, you end up with something that's smaller, much more efficient, and it means more useful energy for the end user's applications.
And you've just released the SymCool Power Module. What does this bring to the market that wasn't there before?
What it brings is a really low loss semiconductor device that is an enabling technology for things like solid state circuit breakers and other industrial applications where the semiconductors are in a position where they have to be continuously conducting. And what our technology does is, because it's much more efficient, you can get significantly more useful energy by using our power switch than what is out there for the industry standards.
Okay, and what are your hopes for this product long term?
Long term, we think it's going to be one of several that we do. We're going to bring out another version of SymCool a little bit later this year that has some integrated controls associated with it. And we're going to use that as a building block for some of the work that we're doing with some of the world's largest automobile makers who are looking for more efficient semiconductors to use for things like the drivetrains in electric vehicles, and also a lot of industrial companies that are also looking for more efficient semiconductors.
What kind of potential applications do your products have outside of the EV market?
They can certainly be used for solar energy, for wind, for energy storage, for motor drives, for industrial motors, for UPS systems and data centers. So there's a really broad variety of high power applications where our technology applies.
Amazing. And will we see quantum leaps in EV technology in the next 10 years? And if so, what might they be?
Well, I think the focus in the next several years is going to be really focusing on two key things to make the widespread adoption more likely. First is increasing the range of the electric vehicles. Range anxiety is something that everybody's worried about because that charging infrastructure is going to take years to fully build out. And it's one of the things that our technology can do. It can improve the range of an electric vehicle by 8 to 10% because it's more efficient. The other thing that needs to happen in the EV space for broad adoption is the costs have to get significantly lower. And people think about electric vehicles, batteries are obviously the biggest cost component. But the second highest cost component are the semiconductor devices. So if we can bring out a technology where one device replaces four and does it with conventional silicon, you have the opportunity to really substantially impact the cost of the electric vehicle in addition to its range. And I think that's going to be the prime focus here over the next several years in the EV space.
So speaking of those barriers, what would you say are the three largest barriers to EV adoption?
I think it's going to be cost. I think it's going to be range. And I think it's going to be, just broad acceptance of just a new way to do things. There's always a resistance to change. And you want to get to the point where to the consumer, it's painless. They don't have to worry about charging. They don't have to worry about, what's the range of the vehicle going to be. They don't have to worry about, geez, I'm only limited to a few choices and they're very expensive. So I think it'll come. It'll just take time.
Absolutely. And lastly, where can viewers go to learn more about Ideal Power?
Best place is to look at our website. It's www.idealpower.com. You can learn about the company, our technology, some of the applications that where the technology can be used. Great source of information and a great way to contact us if you want to learn more.
Wonderful. Dan, that's all I have for today. It was great speaking with you, and I hope to see you back real soon.
Thanks, Jordan. I appreciate you having me.
Of course.